Welcome to authoritarian America. It is invisible to anyone who doesn't have it, who isn't poor and educated. You got to be poor and you got to be educated. That's a very marginal population right there. Anyway, do you think or do you not think that people should be able to make their own decisions on the ground when it's sensible and practical? What I mean is, when I went to Germany for just this short little visit, and I was in a really nice town, smaller than the small city I'm in, a small town, it's a town, and I'm in the downtown area, and they have the walk, don't walk signs, and people over there, it says don't walk, ghost town, no one out walking about, like my small city is busier than this, no one's out there walking, no cars are coming, but it says don't walk, and you get a ticket if you do. So no one goes. You would only help the flow of things if you do like jaywalk. Unless you're screwing up the flow of traffic, you shouldn't be getting ticketed. Anyway, do you think or do you not think that people should be able to apply the rules sensibly? Do you think that we should stick up for a rule that says you can't do that when there's no problem? Are you against people? When you do that, when you use the rule to say, oh, that's what the rule says though, so fuck you, you're making the problem. I just got stopped for my safety. I do this exercise. I walk on the train tracks. I focus on balance. It's very yogic. And Special Agent Davis, that's how she introduced herself. Okay, I'm Special Agent Davis. Special Agent Davis thinks that you should stop being able to use your own fucking brain. She thinks that she's basically against that. That was everything that she did. There's no train, there's no people. I don't know why she's there wasting. I can't believe she's getting paid to sit on her fucking ass in her vehicle facing these train tracks. Dude. Alright, it's invisible. I will tell you why it's invisible, because it ain't just police officers and doctors and who else is authoritarian like. I mean, it's your apartment manager. It's the person, it's a cashier. It's anyone who says that they can say what you are. Alright, so here's how the morning started. I've been trying to cancel my gym membership. And I can't get them on the phone. I'm trying to call them like day after day, and I'm getting a partial ring like you get when someone maybe blocked you. It's like, did the fucking gym block me? I've only been there a handful of times, but there has been this one little like beta male kind of guy who talks with a deep voice, and he's short and he's got a little mustache, and he's like, I think he was trying to posture over me because I wasn't really interested in talking to anybody at first. I was going to this gym more right after my mother passed away, and just nobody was very important to me. I was there to work out. You know, even they said that they needed the picture for my like profile or whatever, and I just, no smile, no nothing. It's just like, take it, you know, like. But I might have looked like someone who's like, when someone doesn't want to interact, they're like a prey animal. It's like anybody who wants to think of themselves as a predator, but because people are in survival mode, the best way to save yourself is to make sure that you're the one wielding the stick. Anyway, yeah, this fucking guy that I don't like at the gym, he might have taken issue with me. He might have thought that I was someone to posture over or something like that. I don't know. But I couldn't get through to the gym, and then I'm like, what the heck, for days, like I'm trying to call, and I can never get through to the front desk. I push the button for the front desk, and it's like, gives me a partial ring and says, we couldn't complete your call. So I go down there, and I call them when I'm going in, just to see, okay, the line's not busy. I call, and it's like phone doesn't ring, and I get the same thing. And I even asked the guy, like, what the heck is up with that? I've been trying to cancel my account, trying to call him to do that. And so I took care of the account and everything, but I told him, like, I asked him, like, okay, so am I blocked or something? Am I blocked that I'm unable to call? I asked the other guy, like, because he didn't actually know the number to the desk. I asked the other guy, I'm like, so guy that the guy that I don't like, he ain't there. So I could explain why I realized this little fucker was a pain in the ass here, but it's probably not that interesting of a story. But I just realized after a sequence of things, like, this little prick, like, he didn't write down, I wanted to use something where you have to, like, sign in for it, and he wasn't signing me in. So now I ended up winning in the disagreement, but when no one wins, don't make the disagreements, don't make the problems. Like Special Agent Davis, thanks for keeping me safe from going to the store, Special Agent Davis. But man, did she feel important. I told her she's the dumbass. What kind of country are you trying to live in, you dumbass? Anyway, I couldn't believe it. It's like, first of all, what are you doing? All right, I'm worked up about Special Agent Dumbass Davis. What kind of country are you trying to live in? Like in China, in some places, they have their knives, like, chained to the counter. Because you're apparently so irresponsible and unsafe that you can't have a knife or use one in your kitchen. I mean, what are you asking for? Some idiot is going to say, who will support that and go, hey, I know that he doesn't have his knives chained to the counter in there. I know he took a knife off the chain. He must be a threat because he wants to cut vegetables. I mean, once you're armed with the rule, you'll use it against somebody. It's so stupid. It's so stupid for everybody when you do that, because what you're siding against is the right of a person being a person. We are evolved from generation after generation after generation of cooperative activity. There aren't many wild, beastly people out there. And the ones that are out there are the ones who are supportive of the system. It is the beast system. It is a system that keeps people in survival mode. And in order to keep yourself safe, you make sure the heat is on someone else. In America, let's say it's the gym desk. Let's say it's your apartment management. Let's say it's a cashier. The authoritarians are everywhere among us. All we need is what we say together. We're behind the desk here. We're at the gym. So I'm asking, like, I'm asking at the gym, could my number be blocked or something like that? He's like, I'm pretty sure there is a way to do that. I don't see anything listed on your account or anything. But this guy, I'm trying to sign in. He was trying to pick some kind of disagreement with me, but I always ended up winning. He didn't log me like he's supposed to, and now the equipment is available, and some lady thinks that she gets to go, and I got to actively say, like, hey, I already signed in for this, and this guy just didn't log me. I had to call it out in front of his other people, and then he had to be the one who's sorry about that. You know what I mean? But and then I look like the asshole, like I'm cutting in front of this lady. No, you should have logged me, like, appropriately, like you did. So I realized this little bastard's like a pain in my ass, like, and not doing his job correctly. And so here I am today, like, ready to cancel the membership, and I can't call, and I'm asking the guy, like, could I be blocked? He's like, well, I don't see anything flagged on your account. And I'm like, well, what would be flagged on anybody's account anyway? Like, if someone seems suspicious or something? Yeah, just if people seem problematic or something. So this is how it works. You get some little beta fucking male, like this guy. I'm sorry to say that, because it is disrespectful to certain guys who it's okay to be a follower. You have to have followers. And they're actually some of the best performers are the followers. But then they probably should get their credit for that. And I hate that my shit gets cherry-picked, because it always ends up serving the authoritarian interest. All the things that would stop it, they don't pick those ideas. But damn it. Shit. I mean, they're doing it on purpose. They're getting away with creating all these special agent Davises who will make sure it's unsafe for you to, tie your own shoe. I don't know. I just saw my shoe. It was a good example for a second. But anyway. So you get this little fucking beta male who's not going to do his job right and basically picks some disagreement, which I won the disagreements, like I said. So he wasn't able to establish the disagreement and establish me as problematic, which would be him being a problem. Just like Special Agent Davis was the problem. She says, it's my job to keep people safe. You are the thing to be kept safe from. You're the thing keeping me from going to the store safely. You're the only thing impeding on someone's safety. You're the only thing that is in the way of a free functioning democracy. You creating the problem by making sure someone else would be the problem. You are the problem. So this motherfucker at the desk, I keep doing this because he's a short little bastard with a mustache and he tries talking a deep voice. I hate fucking guys like that. You don't have to prove you're a man. Somehow being a man, as a man, it should be an expectation, but we consider it some kind of fucking compliment, what it means to be a man. You're expected to be a fucking man. And I don't think people measure it right. They think acting like a man is what... It ain't the same fucking thing. Alright. So you get these little guys. Jordan Peterson did, Mr. Dr. Professor Jordan Peterson, with all due respect, said that he did a study that unfortunately becomes unofficial. And there were these 4 characteristics, and I don't know if I'll be able to rattle off all 4, but being female is a big one. This is why I previously posted a video that I don't think is there anymore. It was, the hyenas have taken over the Lion Kingdom because these female dogs really reign supreme over all the males, and their strength is in numbers. It's a popularity contest. That's what we got going on. So I've been on the same thing for a long time. It's an animal, fucking dog brain special agent fucking Davis doesn't think critically and realize that what she is in service to is not a free democracy. She's in service of authoritarianism. She's against my ability to say, there's fucking tumbleweeds blowing down the road. The sign says don't walk. But I know that it's safer for me to go. Like what's his Michael Scott on The Office with the GPS telling him to drive into the river. It says to do it. Okay. Oh, well, we need to keep people safe and make sure that they can't operate their own vehicles, which means you can't drive freely down a road, which means you have to pick from a menu. You want to go to McDonald's, Walmart, or Kmart. And that's how your fucking car is going to work when it drives itself. Availability bias. They appeal to all these biases to keep you from being a free-functioning, free-thinking human being. And those who will defend it they don't even realize that they're against your ability to become what a human is meant to be. So, anyway, little beta male fucking dude at the Planet Fitness, all he needs to do is establish me as a problem, and then he's got my account flagged, and now I'm some kind of problem because he doesn't log correctly that it's my turn to use this equipment. Now I've caused a problem. He was after creating the problem, you see. He was after doing that. He picked me as one to do it. I like this. I might be in some kind of disguise where I'm this kind of strange, I don't know. You can't tell if I'm dominant or if I'm prey. You know what I mean? But anybody who's prey is the one who really wants to be dominant. I don't need to dominate anybody. I have been in my survival mode. I don't think I am anymore. But as soon as this lady, Special Agent Davis today, wanted to create the problem, I would say that got me pretty worked up pretty quick. Because this is a great exercise that I do. It's yoga. As far as I'm concerned, it's basically yoga. It's a mind-body thing. Dumbass fucking lady. Dumbass fucking lady. I mean, really, she doesn't think beyond posturing as a special agent. What a joke. She's a joke to me. Doesn't think that far about what she's really for. Anyway, who do you serve? Who do you serve as a cashier when you want to make someone into a problem? But a lot of times, because you can. Now you're safe in the agreement that someone else is a problem, basically. And that's what we get from a society of people living in survival mode. If only I can cling to my belonging, cling to the other people, like a hyena who's only strong in numbers. And now suddenly that lion is weak because we outnumber the lion. Lion's the fucking king. Because the male lion can roll alone. I mean, I know that they have their lion prides too, but I'm thinking about some past writing I did. Well, anyway, these female dogs, this female popularity contest that we've established, the society of mean girls, which makes it the case that men are only for manual labor, except we took care of a few stereotypes, a male nurse. Why? Well, because we have to be able to subdue certain patients, right? Let's get over that stereotype pretty quickly. Let's pick that one first. Otherwise, women are allowed to be men. They're being powerful. It's empowering to see a woman taking on man roles. And I'm not saying I would want to stop them from doing that. And I also don't want to stop men from taking on what we would consider female roles. In fact, I especially don't. Because then you get all these females in all these white-collar jobs, and then men are basically for manual labor. You can go to the gym, read some books. I'm sorry, there's a YouTuber that I still like him, but he's just ultimate tool. Thinks he's bettering himself. People don't know what to do but to go to the gym, read a book, It's like, whose books are you even reading? Do you look at where they went to school? Probably not. Okay. There's a whole different road that I might go down on who is excluded. Because they count on you to cut down those of us who are free thinking. They count on you to find strength in your belonging, and now, independent of the fact, you can call the person really living up to a standard of character, you can say that they're less than you guys. That's why we get rid of the high performers. It only takes one bad apple to spoil the whole bunch. One person will somehow offer plausibility that that's the person you should cut down, but it's because that's the real thing. That's the real leader. They're not posturing. They are living freely. And they're trying to establish a society in which you can live freely. But then we counted our strength if I'm the one who's cool-headed and I can trigger the person. You get people trying to do wrong over and over and over again and dare you to call it out. Because now you lose. What, are you mad, bro? Anyway, with Special Agent Davis and me, I was fucking pissed. I wish I didn't get pissed right away. Because I was right. I could have been more calm and cool about being right. Well, she can probably get right with technicalities. Because apparently, it could be a fine if you're walking on the fucking railroad tracks. Fucking bitch. Dumb bitch that you defend that. So stupid. Yeah, I'm against our right to think for ourselves too. I mean, I think it would this should support me in my case, but it would be used against me. I've been walking on these tracks for years. I never get hit because I would have to basically be trying to get hit. It's almost impossible. I would have to really be trying to commit suicide to do that. And I ain't trying to do that. And if someone's trying to commit suicide, good luck trying to stop them. That's only one way to do it. If someone really wants to. So anyway. Yeah, welcome to authoritarian America. You probably can't see it because you think you're winning. But nobody wins. Nobody wins. It becomes a popularity contest. If you participate, you have access to all these things. If you lose your participation, which you must cling to, not by being a good worker, but by being socially accepted by other people who might not be good workers. This is why those communism systems fail. They're not trying to do a good job. They're trying to stay plugged into the fucking system. And the way that they do that is to spare each other criticisms that might fly between me and my other fucking Planet Fitness fucking idiots behind the desk. Oh, well, I'm the fucking beta male here, so I need to make sure that, I've been in the right over someone else. So I'm going to basically not do my job correctly and log who it should be. I'm going to pick who I do it to. You can pick me, motherfucker. And then, and then I'll have won somehow. I'll have appeared more dominant, and I'm securing my inness by establishing someone's outness. If you benefit from it, you cannot see it. You would call yourself a winner in a game in which we are all going to lose. So, welcome to authoritarian America. I'm pretty sure, I guess I've said enough. I don't think I need to drag it out. Did I hit my examples? It's just not in your interest. It's not in your interest to side against some, but you'll do it for your own individual belonging. You'll benefit yourself individually at the expense of the collective. And that is what people who are free and spared from it, that's what they want us to do. They want us to live like animals. That's your beast system. I don't know if anyone has really gathered that. I've been working on it for years because I saw that it was the Catholics doing this. So I've been on it for years. I've been working it out in my mind for years, but I've been working it out in writing for a few years now too. And I see some of it get repeated, which sucks because what they can do is water down the ideas. But I don't think that they understand because they're benefiting from the ideas. They're benefiting from the corruption. You can't care to find it and unpack it when you're trying to actually instead justify it and benefit from it. You don't have a mind to do it. You have to literally be poor and educated. And there just aren't that many people who are that. But everybody is governed by their animal impulses, and it's expected to be the case. So I do think we'll go extinct. I've thought about it more and more. I thought maybe it is just a theoretical idea. No. You can't reward what is punishable and punish what should be rewarded. You can't do that. You can't keep trying to have a stupider and stupider audience and not expect that some tyrant in what you'd hope would be a democracy isn't going to decide, well, all these people, they're not even informed like we are. They can't know anything like we do. Why do we have them anyway? Because we're your eyes and ears. We're the base of the totem pole. We see what the fuck is up on the ground. No respect for it. Well, anyway. Authoritarian America. It's a popularity contest. We learned it in high school. We were expected to learn exactly that in the public school system. Our social medias have allowed us to stay in fucking high school. We function like a society of mean girls. That is your hyena kingdom. Our strength is in numbers, not in individual fitness, not in individual excellence. Least of all among the elites who think that they're pursuing excellence, but instead they're preoccupied with cutting down the tall poppies and basically arming the population. We're all trying to demote the standard. We're all trying to lower the standard to justify ourselves. We're all cutting down anyone who seems to pop up above it. And that is meant to protect them, but they are not pursuing their own excellence. Just like the egalitarian is too worried about, oh, the billionaire should give us stuff. The fucking billionaire is worried about keeping down people and in a state of scarcity. We can all be rich, and that's what I fucking want. We can all have it like I do. I'm rich. There's no lions, tigers, or bears. There's only other people impeding Special Agent Davis, keeping me safe from my ability to walk to the fucking store. Not realizing that that's the conditions that she's creating. Special Agent Dumbass fucking Davis. Ooh, I disapprove. I hate an abuse of power. I hate arrogance. And I hate that we truly do Reward what is punishable and punish what should be rewarded. May the truth honor who honors the truth. May the truth dishonor who dishonors the truth. And the thing you cannot do is benefit yourself individually at the expense of the collective. But to think about the collective, it's so far from anyone's mind, especially when they're in survival mode. We become so short-sighted. The scarcity. Also, I think that it does eat from the bottom. So that means the people on the bottom go first. It goes right up to the top. This female temperament, which is Mr. Dr. Professor Jordan Peterson's words exactly, indications of an authoritarian personality. An unpublished study, which I wish he would publish it and make it official. Why isn't it published? He talks about a female temperament or being female and limited verbal intelligence, which people get triggered by my ability to speak well. I need to speak less, but I think I'm going to make the point, and then you're going to care what's right. But you don't. The Ash test. You care what people say instead of what's right. It can literally be not right, but other people are saying it. So we'll call it right because there's security in agreeing with what seems to be verified. I hate it. So I'm always trying to make the correct point. It should matter what's true, but it doesn't. And that's why we're going to go extinct. Also, if you lie to your benefit, over time it desensitizes the amygdala. That means that if you if you really remain honest, you're going to volunteer yourself for cognitive dissonance and go through the whole, oh wait, I thought this, but you're going to stay in a more neurotic state and challenge the hell out of your own beliefs. And basically the truthful person is less certain and more curious while knowing something. less certain in what they know than the authoritarian personality is in what they don't know about. Like, their certainty is in not thinking and not being curious. So their half-baked thing, their half-baked ideas, their presumptions, they're damn sure of. Meanwhile, something that I've challenged the hell out of and feel like it's a sturdy idea, I'm going to be less certain of. So we prey on the truthful. Oh, you mad, bro? Yes, I am. Special Agent Davis, I'm fucking mad. I'm fucking mad you're stopping me from being able to freely walk to the store and live in a country that is going to be like that. Where I don't have to be in Nazi Germany and listen to a sign that says, forget what's in front of your eyes. When it says walk, walk. When it says don't walk, don't walk. Will punish you if you have the sense to consult your own, if you consult your own senses. Man. Okay. I don't want to go too long. Do not benefit yourself individually at the expense of the collective. The authoritarian setup, it's already here. A bunch of people went through their public school. We got a society of mean girls. It stayed like high school into adulthood for so many people who lived on social fucking media, which I did not. I literally started my writing with attacking how people identify with fucking illusions. And you want them to be true, but they're not. And the people who can establish that it's not true, you want to get rid of, so we can't fucking discern what is true and what isn't. Let's get rid of those people. They're a challenge. They're a challenge to the elites who really just pursue their own excellence. No, you don't. You're worried about the other guy, and so is the egalitarian type. So, y'all need to stop worrying about the other guy. That's what staying in your fucking lane means. Okay, I'll cut it off here. But if you're finding your belonging on the basis of establishing someone else as the problem, when you yourself have made the problem and trying to establish them as the problem, you're the fucking problem. And you're going to create a society in which none of us want to live.